days of Africa Women's Sevens here in the capital. It's all getting towards the business end as we culminate into arguably the best teams on show. There is still obviously the big final to come. Those of you that aren't aware, Kenya will take on Uganda in an all East Africa affair. So Zimbabwe versus Senegal is going to be a tough test for the Zimbabweans. The Senegalese side are extremely physical, and there's some great players in this lineup to look out for. But first of all, Zimbabwe, Precious Marange, they've relied on her a lot. And Peace Sitoli, she's a little bit young, but she'll get a little bit of exposure over these 2 days. You can look out for Fatoumata Ba, the captain of Senegal. She really controls this Senegalese side, and she's got some real skill. But it's got to be said, Liam, it's going to be a tough job for Zimbabwe.
Certainly is, and these two teams will go head-to-head with both quite physical, but Senegal, you know, in the last game were very physical. Kick-off long from Zimbabwe, and early possession for Senegal.
So a chance for Zimbabwe to stamp a bit of authority nice and early. Wayward pass. No harm done, but they'll have to regroup. And there's a little bit of a show of how these Senegalese are going to treat the Zimbabweans. That ball is not going anywhere. And guess what? Turnover, Senegal. Guess who's right in the middle there, Liam?
Yeah, Fatoumata Ba, very physical player, but you just see that green line of defense, hunting like a pack, very aggressive coming forward, and Zimbabwe, no momentum in the carry, are going to get held up, and that just gives possession back to Senegal.
Well, early signs here. Zimbabwe had an opportunity into the 22. They now found themselves halfway between the halfway line and that 22, and the question is, they've tried to take them on physically, even though it's only one attempt. That didn't work. The question is, where can Zimbabwe break down the Senegalese side? Well, it can start with a great scrum. It might need to be quick ball for Zimbabwe. Maybe try and catch Senegal on the hop. Through the hands, what a great line from Moko Mwanda. Straightens nicely, and Zimbabwe find themselves 10 meters short. The referee is going to hand that over to Senegal, so a great opportunity for the Zimbabweans going amiss.
Absolutely, and doing the right thing there from Zimbabwe, moving the ball a couple of passes away from the contact area, and then a strong straightening line from Mukamunda. Fortunately, just lost her support line a little bit. The supporters are 10 to 15 meters behind her, and that created the error at the ruck. But ball here for Senegal. Zimbabwe need to pressure hard in defense and try and keep Senegal here on the halfway on the try line.
Oh, little dummy from the captain, and drives the bus straight into the Zimbabwe captain. We know who won that competition, and now a chance for them to clear their lines. They take play up to the 22. No real progress for the Senegalese. Now a little bit of momentum. They got the numbers on the far side, do Senegal. And there's the captain. The Zimbabwe captain is up for the challenge, and that's good defense from Zimbabwe, but they keep going, do Senegal. It's play now over the halfway line into the Zimbabwe half, and the referee is going to award a penalty to the Senegalese. Did you think that but didn't want to say it, that forward pass?
Certainly is, and you just see Fatoumata Ba there. She's in the middle of everything that's good about the Senegalese team, and very physical carry. She's standing a playmaker at the moment. And last scrum, Zimbabwe were the winners of that contest. They've got the ball in, they've got the put in here.
A little bit of a problem with these scrums. They haven't been very good. So reset scrum. And there's a little mistake from Zimbabwe. They can ill afford that. So it'll be scrum down, Senegal ball. And just an unforced error from Mokome at the back of the scrum. It would have been the pressure from the Senegalese scrum half. But they just need some clean ball, do Zimbabwe, if they've got any chance in this game.
It's been a very scrappy 5 minutes. Both teams trying really hard to get on top of their opposition, but creating a lot of errors. Senegal do get this ball cleanly from the scrum.
Oh, here's a chance for Senegal, great offload, but there's the unforced error again, the knock-on. And as Liam said, a very scrappy first 5 minutes. No doubt some wary legs, and that causes all sorts of troubles. There's the coaching staff of Zimbabwe, Abigail Kawanza. Here's the coach on the right of your picture, intensively just watching on her charges as they will hopefully pick up something here to end off, if they did win this game, Liam, in their eyes, probably a reasonably successful tournament.
I think it would be, but they got 8 minutes to play in this and haven't really started well, but neither has either side started well. This is their chance. Speculative kick downfield.
Yeah, they needed to run away. Oh, that's way forward. So another mistake from Senegal, and not quite the team that we've seen over the last couple of days, is it?
Very scrappy few minutes. A lot of scrums in this first 6.5 minutes, and we just want to see Zimbabwe get some clean ball, keep possession, work their way up the field, get some momentum, and try and get the first score on the board. They've got the possession. It's potentially 30 seconds to play.
Even though Zimbabwe have held on to possession, they haven't really gone anywhere apart from sideways, but at least they've held on to possession. It should be offsides, but referee says play on, and good aggression from Zimbabwe. There's a nice little run. The support is there. Zimbabwe's going to come in and score the first try of this tournament, or rather of this game, and it's going to be Faith Mongira who will get over for Zimbabwe. And you would have thought that would have brought a smile to Abigail Kawanza's face. It hasn't, but they should be very happy with that.
It was excellent decision-making from the Zimbabwe team. They could have come to the open side where there was some space, but they just noticed Senegal's defense on the short side was really narrow and just allowed the player to get on the outside, carries the ball in the outside hand, so just flicked away the tackle, grab tackle that was going to come onto the shirt. Goes under the poles, which is pretty important. And conversion to come on the hooter, breaks the deadlock, 7-0 up Zimbabwe, and a toughly contested, very scrappy first half.
You can tell by the body counts now as we get towards the end of the tournament, our try scorer Faith Mongira being carried off, but nevertheless they have a 7-point lead going into half-time. Zimbabwe leads Senegal 7-0, and maybe a little bit of uncharted territory here for Zimbabwe, but wow, what a result in that first half.
I expect they'll be talking there just about keeping the ball. You see Abigail Kawanza talking to her troops, and it's all about basics, because the first half has been very scrappy. Here we see the stats: 8 tackles made for Zimbabwe, 9 to Senegal. Not much difference there, not much difference in tackles missed, so a closely contested game. kicks for hand, one speculative kick from Zimbabwe. They were lucky not to have a counter-attack against them. But 2 visits to the opposition, 22, 1 try. Not a bad outcome from there. 4 handling errors from Senegal, something that they'll want to think about being much more accurate in, because that has made this first half quite scrappy.
Well, every chance for any team to win it from here. But so far, you'd like to think those 7 points that Zimbabwe have, golden. Someone's going to have to dig deep, and no doubt that's the chat from the 2 coaches. But between these 2 teams, you've got 7 minutes of rugby left and the weekend is over. Let's try and make sure that we're the ones celebrating our hard efforts over those last 7 minutes. That lady in picture, I do believe, still has something to say in this encounter, the captain of Senegal. Nice strong carry from Zimbabwe. Support play is good. They just need to be a little bit more clinical. Good appreciation of the laws from the Zimbabweans as well, going to the deck. Again, a chance, and if someone can get the energy to run as far as they can, it's going to drain the energy of the defenders as well. So that's going to be critical. Who is going to go the full distance of the 7 minutes? Because one little mistake here, there's a couple of slip tackles. Has she got the pace? I think so. This could be the 2nd try for Zimbabwe, and it's going to be Caroline Malenga who's going to get in for Zimbabwe for the 2nd try.
Well, Caroline Malenga's scored a couple of those this weekend. Just that breakaway try. You saw her come off her outside foot, stepped, attacked the inside shoulder of that drifting Senegalese defense, and just went the 40 meters. Very powerful athlete, great pace that she showed. Senegal's defense all over the place in 1s and 2s, not quite cohesive, and it just opened that gap up for Malenga. And a try just after half-time is just what Abigail Kawanza would have asked for.
Conversion critical for Zimbabwe. 2 converted tries here puts them in the pound seats, and the captain obliges. So they have a 2 converted try cushion. As we have a look at that try again, we spoke about the energy level. Someone needed to break a tackle, and Caroline Malenga was the one that put her hand up.
2 very fatigued teams out there, and you just need that player like Malenga just to break the line and go 40 meters for you, just to give you that cushion in the game.
There's that unforced error. So it's all going Zimbabwe's way at this stage. And they need that to continue a little bit longer. And if you have a look at the 2 teams there in perspective, slightly more jump in the step of the Zimbabweans.
A 14-point lead just gives you that opportunity to push Senegal into the corners. If they are going to score, push them into the corners, make their conversions difficult to get, and 14 points is a nice lead.
Well, a binding call from the referee, illegal binding, so he has a chance now for Senegal. Straight up the middle. We mentioned that they're a physical side and they'll have some strong runners. Zimbabwe just need to be patient. Try and eat up as much of that clock as they can. Oh, there's a loose ball. Really good work from Zimbabwe. And finally, Senegal find a little bit of space, but up until then, it is a huge hit from the Senegalese. Still going, and Zimbabwe still putting their bodies on the line. Someone needs to get a foot in touch. This is energy-sapping stuff. Senegal, in all that time, still not even reaching the 22 of Zimbabwe. Great hands from their number 10, Miriam Barry, but they continue now to the far side. There are some tired bodies out on the field, the National Sports Stadium here in Gaborone. Good hands again. They still go, Senegal, and there's the rip. There's the little knock-on, and they should just play the advantage and let the whistle go. and give everyone a chance to breathe again. Oh, great little step. And it's the support play, and he's not there. Well, play on, says the ref. Now the captain, ball in hand.
Zimbabwe probably playing the best sevens we've seen from them this weekend, full of energy in defence and just scrambling to make tackles, grabbing shirts, grabbing knees, just doing everything they can to hold the Senegalese team out. They get this penalty, chance just to catch the breath in the lungs, and they're ready to go again.
There's the try scorer. She's found the space again. She's had to put in a couple of those runs. She's got some support with her. She needs to look for that. No, she's going to go all the way herself. And I'd like to think that that is going to finish Senegal off. I can't see them coming back from this. Caroline Malenga has done it again. Off the left, off the right, finds the space, runs 3/4 of the distance of the field, under the posts, and could just have won this game for Zimbabwe.
She's been the game changer for the Zimbabwe team. 2 fantastic tries, 40 to 50 meters out. She does break tackles, but when she does that, she's got the pace to go all the way. She's been the game changer in this second half for Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe did weather a very big offensive from Senegal in those last minute, and were just able to scramble, get the ball back, and that got the possession, which allowed Malenga to go the whole way. As you said, Dirk, I think with this conversion, whether it goes over or not, could be the death blow for Senegal in this game.
Well, also some fresh legs needed for both teams. Makumonde comes off for Majaya, but have a look at that again. Just a little step, subtle, and you thought that she was going to be chased down, but she was determined. You can see it on her face. No one was going to stop her. And Caroline Malenga picks up a double and 2 great tries in the second half that I do believe will bury Senegal. Senegal still going. Referee says that's gone backwards, but it's some serious commitment from the Zimbabweans. There's the hooter. So this is going to be a victory for Zimbabwe, regardless of the outcome of what will probably be the last move. Well, they're not giving up. They're still going. And putting in the big hits. There's a little bit of space, and they are going to get away. So, well, you thought she was going to have the last say. Great work from Zimbabwe. A referee is going to give a penalty for not letting go. And what commitment from the Zimbabweans. Had written off the last say to Senegal. But great work in defence.
Great effort from Zimbabwe at the end there. Just scrambling to stop those attackers right on the line. 2 tackles just to stop Senegal, but looks like the referee has awarded the try, and consolation very much so for the Senegalese team as they bow out to Zimbabwe. Very toughly contested first half, very scrappy, not much in it, but second half, Caroline Malenga, the game changer for Zimbabwe. 2 40 and 50 meter tries from her makes the difference, and Zimbabwe have improved as they've gone through the tournament. Here you see the late tackle from Zimbabwe, 2 good tackles. Questionable whether she was held and had to release the ball, but referee awards a try, and both teams bow out of this tournament.
Well, there's your confirmation. Regardless of the outcome of that last move, Zimbabwe win in the end comfortably, 21 points to 5 over Senegal. What a great comeback from them. You hadn't given them a chance, but they can take the credit. They put in the tackles. Have a look at that. Yes, both teams missed, but it's that time of the day. Zimbabwe 4 visits to the Senegalese 22 and came back with 3 converted tries. Handling errors for Senegal, poor, and that probably cost them in that first half. They had some opportunities, but it wasn't to be. A great result for the Zimbabweans. They'll take a lot of heart from that result against Senegal. They win 21 points to 5.